The Fall of Dawn. This incident caused the entire tobeherox world to change. This was single-handedly the most devastating event to happen in tobeherox. It reaches far beyond the Smile incident or any other incident for that matter. The Fall of Dawn nearly led to the extinction of humanity. In this video, I'll be talking about a theory I have about what really happened at Fall of Dawn. So this is just to get your brains pumping and really think about what's going on in tobeherox. So spoilers, maybe, if I'm correct at least. So let's have some fun. The first mention we get of Dawnfall and Zero is from an old ESO PV. We see Zero when he was a hero and how he slowly went evil. When a young ESO was able to defeat him and stop the disaster from continuing. From that fight, he had a lot of injuries and even lost an arm. This made him the first holder of the title X. And from then, the new era began with agencies and the Hero Association. Now this is where everything gets interesting and the real theory begins. The first thing I want to establish is that Zero was the strongest hero in history. In the Johnny's hero arc, we hear Vortex say, "Things are different after Dawnfall. Never again will anyone be granted powers that surpass the gods." So Zero, the strongest hero of all time, was granted powers that surpassed the gods. But what powers were he granted, you may say? He was granted the power of the sun and most likely became the sun god. There are many indicators of this. 1. His logo on his chest is a yellow circle indicating the sun. You may think this is just a coincidence, but in tobeherox, when it comes to the lore, are there really any coincidences? 2. The memorial for Zero is a symbol of the sun in half, meaning the sun has been defeated. And finally, the real reason why I believe he is the sun god is because the name of the incident, Fall of Dawn. It's the fall of the sun, the hero who fell from grace. Now I know you're wondering if Zero and ESO were the only heroes. Did Zero have everyone's trust? What was society like back then? Zero wasn't the only hero, and he wasn't the only hero with godlike powers. Now I was looking at the ESO PV and saw something that caught my eye. We see 4 dead people, but now closely look at the logo. It looks familiar, right? It looks like Big Johnny. And look over there. What does the cape remind you of? The galaxy, space. The other 2 bodies, I can't see any clues to what it is, but just based off the 2 we can see, we can assume these aren't normal people, and they don't have normal powers. Now I believe these are powers of the gods, just like Zero's power. These 4 plus Zero were 5 unstoppable heroes who dominated the world, keeping danger away from people. Now let's go back because Big Johnny is more important than we think. His logo on his back, meaning Big Johnny is of godlike powers. We already know that fear and trust don't work on him and that he's strong enough to kill a Prime X, not a washed up fear-induced version, a Prime X. But why are they dead? The Fall of Dawn, where Zero betrayed humanity. But what caused the Fall of Dawn? A solar eclipse, where the sunlight is blocked by the moon and all that's left is darkness. Zero started the Fall of Dawn when the solar eclipse happened, or Zero made the solar eclipse, causing the Fall of Dawn. Zero killed the strongest heroes with godlike powers strategically, so the world had no more protectors from his wrath. We can assume, based off this picture, the more the moon blocks the sun, the more powerful the opponent is. But wouldn't the people stop trusting him and he would lose his powers? Well, not really. For one, he had worshippers who followed him no matter what. They are devoted worshippers who would give their lives for him. Now what if I told you there was an ultimate way for you to put your trust in someone? If you believe in the person so much, you would give your own life up for them. Now hold on, that's not possible. What if I told you it is, and we've seen it in the anime? Lucky Cyan. Now what's important to know is that at such a young age, we see that Lucky Cyan has a lot of supporters, an unusual amount of supporters. Why is it so high? Remember the plane crash? The people in the plane crash gave up their lives for Lucky Cyan. So that even before the plane crashed, the people in the plane died for Lucky Cyan to live. This can also be seen with Lucky Cyan and how she was worshipped when she was young. With this, Zero, no matter how many people turn on him, he already has the strength of those who worship him and who've already put their full trust in him by dying for him. And since he's number one, he would have a lot of people worshiping him like a god. With this power, he would be able to kill anyone that stands in his way and eliminate all of humanity. Now why would he do this? It's simple. He probably viewed everyone as insignificant insects in his presence. Dirty humans who are not worthy of someone like him. Or even more crazier, he's been holding it in this whole time, putting on a fake smile, acting like he's their savior. But in the back of his mind, he has a plan to wipe out the whole world. We can assume that these three things come into play: a stuffed teddy bear, a present, and a microphone. It's shown in a frame with Zero in the middle. Now whether this is the reason or not, it's safe to say that these items wouldn't be here if it wasn't of some importance. With this much power, so much planning, and humanity on the verge of extinction, how did OG Isol stop the fall of Dawn and save humanity? This is how. We can assume Isol was the last hero alive with almost all of humanity gone. The rest of the surviving humans put their faith in Isol to win. Now I don't think all of them gave up their lives for Isol, but some of them, if not most, definitely did. So as of right now, we are at a split. One side of humanity worships Zero, while the other side worships Isol. But is that enough to beat Zero? Well, it wasn't. We can see Isol just barely moving out the way in order to dodge his supernova attacks, while Zero is smiling at Isol, not taking him seriously. Well, why would he? He eliminated all the other heroes with godlike powers. So what did Isol do to stop Zero? Call upon the gods, or at least one god, the Thunder God. We see as Isol uses his final attack, thunder comes from the sky. That looks familiar, right? Well, Thor does the same thing in Thor Ragnarok. Zero, thinking this attack from Isol is not enough to lay a scratch on him, doesn't even dodge and doesn't take him serious. But with this power, Isol is able to beat Zero, become humanity's savior, and stop the fall of Dawn. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. This was a good little theory that came from just being curious about what's happening and connecting some of the dots. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps the start of this journey. Comment below if you like this theory and have any thoughts about it that would make it stronger, or just some more information you found about it that's not covered in this video. Also, comment some of your own theories about tobeherox. See you guys in the next video.